Welcome to January's episode of Book Adventures. Our book this month is Sincerely Emerson, written by Emerson Weber. It's all about a girl and the letters she writes and the helpers that are all around us. So tune in while I read this book for you, and then there are some activities to go along with it. Thanks for tuning in. Sincerely Emerson, a girl, her letter, and the helpers all around us, by Emerson Weber and illustrated by Jacqueline Cinquet. Emerson loved writing letters. She loved writing dear. She loved writing sincerely. Most of all, she loved writing everything that came in between. Stories, news, questions, Em put a piece of her life into each one. Her brother's latest games, Taylor Swift's best songs, and her favorite jokes. Why do you never see elephants hiding in trees? Because they're really good at it. Em wasn't done with the letter until it was perfectly decorated, the envelope too. Then she sent her letters out into the world, to friends and family all over. Each letter was a connection. Em's letters made a network of hellos, a network of love. One day, Em got to thinking, there was one person who made it all possible. How come she had never noticed him before? His name was Doug. Every letter that left Em's hands went straight into Doug's. He was always there, every day. No matter what, he kept Em's letters going out into the world. And so Em decided to write Doug his own letter. I'm Emerson. You may know me as the person that lives here that writes a lot of letters and decorated the envelopes. Well, I wanted to thank you for taking my letters and delivering them. You are very important to me. I make people happy with my letters, but you do too. You make it possible. She put it in the box and she smiled when he took it. The next week, something remarkable happened. Doug got out of his truck just like he did every day, but this time he had 2 whole boxes full of letters, and they were all for Emerson. You see, Doug had told his friends at the post office all about Em's letter, and they had all told their friends, and soon Em's letter of thanks had reached nearly every mail carrier in the country, and lots of those mail carriers had written her back. The letters were filled with family, pets, hobbies. They were filled with questions, stories, confessions. They were filled with kindness. My kids all live far away. I work alone in a small rural post office. Not a lot of people think about how hard we work. I can't tell you how much it means to read your letter. I have a son in Kuwait, and if you have a second to send him a letter, he would love it. I know you can't write back to all of us, but maybe I can drop you a line from time to time. Every one of the letters was a connection. Every letter had a piece of someone's life in it. With dozens of new pen pals, Em did what she was best at doing. She wrote letters. She wrote the dad, she wrote his son, she sent new jokes, new stories about her life, and she asked lots and lots of questions. And Emerson got to thinking about all those people out there living their lives, working hard, delivering letters, keeping people connected. There was love in their work. And it wasn't just the mail carriers. It was the bus drivers, the grocery store clerks, the trash collectors, and the farmers. There was love in their work too. Every day they got up and went to work. Every day they did their best. Every day they kept the world going. Millions and billions of people. Every bus ride, every tomato, every bag of trash, every bag of groceries. They were possible because someone cared. Every act was an act of love, wrapping the world together in a network. Like the biggest hug ever. Emerson wished that everyone she knew would take a moment to notice each one of them and thank them. Maybe even thank each other, sincerely. Hi there, the story you read is 100% true. I know because it really happened to me. I live in South Dakota with my mom, dad, and brother, and I never expected so much to happen just because I took the time to say thank you to Doug, a person I saw every day. But it did. I got to talk to important people, be on television. I even got a really, really special letter from someone I admire a whole lot. Hi, Taylor. All of that made me super happy, of course, but it also made me think, why was my saying thank you such a big deal? Isn't saying thank you and meaning it something we should all be doing all the time? I think so I'm going to keep doing it, and I hope you will too. How about I start with you? Thank you for reading my book. I hope it made you smile, and in case it didn't, here's a joke that might do the trick. How do you catch a squirrel? Answer, climb up a tree and act like a nut. Sincerely, Emerson. The end. Okay, it's time to open up your grab and go kit. We have a couple of different activities inside for you. The first one is this poster that says, "Thank you, postal workers." This is something that you can color, use crayons, markers, feel free to add stickers or anything else you want, and you can hang it up in a window where your mail carrier will see, and it's a nice little thank you for all of their hard work that they do for us. The next thing is a bingo challenge. There are 25 different challenges on here. One is design your own stamp, wave to your mail carrier, decorate your mailbox would be a lot of fun, write a letter to a family member, leave a surprise for your mail carrier, start a chain mail letter, or send a letter explosion, which is when you write 6 letters to one person and mail them all in the same day. So there's lots of fun challenges here for you to try. You also got a little piece of stationery and an envelope in your kit, and you can use those to write to whoever you would like. All you have to do is provide your own stamp. Finally, we have the DIY envelope craft. I'm going to show you how to do this, and we included a magazine page or cover that you can use, but feel free to also check your recycling bin. You could use old newspapers, especially the comics pages would look really cool, or pages from magazines or whatever you have at home. So if you want to, you can follow along on the page here, and I'll show you how to do it too. So here's my magazine, and then I've got my letter. So you put your letter right in the middle of the magazine cover. Also, the part that you want to show as your envelope, you're going to want that to face down. So I want that moose on the front. So I'll put mine just like that. After you've centered your letter, you can fold in the long sides of the page so that they rest against that letter. So I'll fold here and here. Make sure you do some nice creases. All right. Next is to fold all of the corners inward, dog ear style. All right, so up at the top, I'm gonna fold mine till it's like in the middle. That. Same down here. Okay. I've got all my folds. Now it's time to fold the bottom edge of the magazine up along the bottom edge of your letter. So, fold just like that. The next step is to tape or glue. I'm going to use tape, but whatever you have is just fine. I'm going to put a piece here and a piece here. All right. Step 5, or step 6 actually, is to fold down the top of your magazine. And if your letter is already inside and written on and ready to go, you can actually tape or glue it shut so it's all ready to be sent. So there's the back, here's the front. You will need to put a stamp on, and then also included inside your kit are a couple of these white labels. You can use those to write down your address and the address of the person you're mailing it to, and you can kind of position it however you would like. If these are too big or too small, you can also just use a plain piece of paper and tape it in the right spot. All right, have fun. I hope you enjoy writing lots and lots of letters and using the postal service.